Let's kick it, know what I'm saying? Let's just kick it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey Pug, how you doing? Just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Try and make it to the chat tonight. It's the last one in West Branch, probably. At least it's the last one with the globe. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Hey L. Tiber, how are you? How's it going? You kicking it? You know what I'm saying? Gotta enjoy these Great Lakes. I'm heading back sooner than I thought. I thought I'd be able to stay up here longer, but I can't. I gotta get back because of Daisy. So I got a bunch of shit to do now, and I thought I could take my time doing. Story of my life. Let's just kick it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm sad about it, to tell you the truth. I didn't think I would be, but I am. Man, you know, up until now it was like this, you know, knowing you're coming back there. Just miss these spots, that's for sure. But, you know, I got other spots that I wouldn't have here, so. And it is disappointing. Oh, thank you for coming on. Thank you. You know, the winters are nothing up here, so it's made it easier, you know what I mean? That's the way it goes, you know? I didn't want to, you know, my parents died up here, my sister just died, and I knew that if I didn't take advantage of an opportunity to get out of there, not for any real reason, other than, you know, starting over is kind of fun, that, would be, you know, tits up here someday. I didn't really want that. Hey Audrey, how you doing? Good. Just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go drive back to West Branch, get some. Set up my camera. I do have a little like tripod I can put on the desk. Oh, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. See this cool looking lighthouse up here? Troubles. That's nice out, isn't it? See that old lighthouse? Now this lighthouse has been decommissioned quite a while ago. I don't use it for navigation anymore. You know, these lighthouses are it's kind of a thing of the past, and you can't illuminate them if you're not going to use them, so it kind of sucks. You know, it'd be cool if they put like a fake light up there, but they don't do that because they don't want somebody, you know, navigating to it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's very sad. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about a little snow Tuesday and Wednesday, but if the temperatures are accurate, it's not going to be anything. It's going to be too warm. It's not going to stick. And I looked at the forecast as I got south, so even if I'm loading a few things with some snow, I'm not going to have it too far south. You know? Yeah, it's just, I've had two houses before. It's not worth it anymore. And it's not like you can have a cheap place in a rural area like the old days. You know, like up north, this area used to be like for summer vacation and stuff, and then over the years it's kind of morphed into more full-time residence. And it's expensive. The housing prices are just as much up here as they would be anywhere else. I've got association fees, taxes, and it's just not worth it, you know. And you're always worried about it when you hear a storm's coming through or the heat went off or something like that. So that's just how it goes, you know. Yeah, I do have some. She doesn't really play with those too much, you know? Kick it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did, yep. People sent her a lot of toys. And she's doing great. I never thought I'd have somebody I could leave her with, you know? But I have. It worked out good. Really likes Marty too, so it isn't like, you know, she's stressing out. I mean, I'd probably stay another couple days and have some friend of mine go over there and feed her and let her out, but man, she's weird. I don't think she'd let anybody in the house, to tell you the truth. Yeah, she's a good dog. She is. This is crazy. No snow on the ground. It's just nuts. Yeah, beautiful. It's Lake Huron. I love Lake Huron. That where I was at right there, you know, I did those videos. I uploaded those videos of the ice. There's no ice today. It's all gone. That's how it is here all the time, which is why I like it so much. If you look on a map, if you look at Taos Point State Park, it's weird how the peninsula juts out and the water reacts, and then you mix in the wind direction. So you never know what you're going to get over here. You could get piles of ice one day and none the next. It's constantly changing on a daily basis. It's beautiful. Look, it is. It's 34 now, so it's warmed up a little bit. Now, as I had, you know, I'm around water, so that's a big heat pump. Now, as I head west, it's getting dark now, but you may see some more frosted trees. But I was just, you know, a couple degrees away from here. Just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Just kicking it. Keeping it real. Now, I don't know if you remember Jessie, the girl I interviewed a long time ago. She had been a working girl and had a drug problem, and I had interviewed her. I don't know if you remember, her brother got killed on a bike. And that's actually right at this intersection I'll come to up here where I turn left at a light. Right to the left is a little memorial for him. It's just such a freak, weird accident. I mean, there's never anybody at that intersection. It stays. That I don't know how it's not like ever congested. You know, it's wide open. You can see. It's just how you can hit a kid on a bike during the day is crazy. It's a freak accident. I can even maybe understand getting hit, but not dying. It's just unfortunate. It's sad. He seemed like a really nice young kid, you know, just starting out life. He was getting in shape to do something. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's really horrible. You'll see up here, it's on the left. That happened probably 3 years ago. If you Google it, you know, teenager hit on bike in East Dallas. I'm going to be cutting down through West Virginia on the way home, probably through the night, though. I'm going to go a different way. I'm going down through Columbus, West Virginia, North Carolina, coming up around through Augusta. You know, I get back late at night, and I just don't want to deal with that dark bullshit through Gatlinburg for 250 miles with a trailer. And I avoid Cincinnati. And I don't need to cut through Knoxville, which is never really a big deal. It's just, I think it's like 20 miles more or something like that. I don't talk to her. No, I haven't talked to her in a long time. I don't know what's going on with her. I had somebody tell me about maybe 6 months ago that, you know, she wasn't with the guy that she had a baby with. And hey, Mary. They thought she was using again, although that doesn't mean anything. So really, I don't know. I think she's still up around here. The other girl that was from up around here, Ashley, she died in the spring of an overdose. She left Detroit. She was just north of here, actually, between here and Oscoda, and she died of overdose. Nice girl. All these girls were nice, you know. Yeah, I mean, who knows? You know, I'll tell you, people come and go on YouTube. I mean, we used to have all-night chats with like 80 people on them. And then, you know, life changes, my life changed. Hell, I was off YouTube for over a year. You know, I mean, you get pissed off, you don't like people anymore, you don't like their political interests or whatever, their jokes, talking about sex too much. Oh, good for you, Mary. Now, is your temperature above freezing there? So why people leave YouTube, I don't know. I do think some people, they get disenchanted, which I can fully understand. I mean, luckily for me, I got on YouTube just fooling around, you know, just having fun. I kind of got bored doing for photography, so it's like, oh yeah, I'll try this. I never expected to have like people watching it and stuff. Really, I still kind of do that. I upload stuff that interests me and that I can look at later. It's not really catering to an audience. It's weird. Oh, okay. Laptop's already showing. I got about I just got about 6 hours of like the lake, you know. I love just video running on a lake without an obstructed view. You know, I just love just the randomness of the waves. I don't know what I like about it. I like that, railroad tracks though, a little bit. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, it's really, I like it. Clouds, you know, moon, sunrises, sunsets. Just love that stuff. I don't know why. It's always new. It's different. It's not the same view. You know, it's different. The clouds look different. It's the, you know, now the deck angle is changing slightly. The days are longer. Mary, you know, your sunset's about 11 minutes later. Isn't that crazy? I would have thought it would have been shorter than that. About 11 minutes later. Yeah, I like my hobbies, you know. I'm going to get into beekeeping more. And, you know, time for a change, you know. Kind of party in a new place. I'll take a little drive down the street, you know. I'm really not in a hurry now. This is a cute little town right here. I think you'll like it. It's like the old days. Dead in the winter, of course. Very busy in the summer. Oh, I see. That Barnacle Bill's in that bar. Okay. Buy clothes over here, books, that kind of thing. We got a good place you can get a sandwich. I'm going to go back and get another pizza at West Branch. Yes, you know, stuff you can get in there. They got little kids and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. But in the winter, I like it up here in the winter, actually. I mean, I would have went up to the UP. I mean, they don't have any snow up there either. I know a guy that just got a part-time job in the sheriff's department, snowmobile patrol. They were supposed to go to training January 8th in Munising, and they canceled it because there's no snow. You can't run the snowmobiles. Isn't that crazy? Got to fight for your right to party. But I like Taos. I think it's a cool town. I love all Michigan, Detroit included. Flint, you know, grew up, see it on the news, that kind of thing. Love Lake Huron. All these lakes have something unique about them. Lake Erie, you can get algae bloom. Lake Michigan, you can drown, get a riptide. You have great weather coming across. Lake Huron, good sunrises. Lake Superior, that's the granddaddy of them all. It's a monster. They say if they drain Lake Superior, I think it would cover like every state, like 6 inches of water or something like that. It's amazing the amount of water. I love Lake Huron though. It's really cool over here. Not that many people. It's party. Let's come over here, but there's not a lot going on up here, which is what I like about it now. Dead Tree, that's in Metro Airport down in Romulus. That's still there, by the way. It's crazy to me that that property hasn't sold. I did see they're planting it though, so they'll get a better tax break. It's so weird how, you know, like, you know, I was coming up to this area since '78, and you know, all those lots around McDonald's, and, you know, between McDonald's and town were like vacant. It was booming. I mean, really, just tons of business. And all these years, they didn't sell, and in the last 3 years, it's gone crazy. You know, in a struggling economy, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I go to that pier. Not that much. I really didn't do too much for me. I'll take a drive down there. They rebuilt that pier a few years ago. There's one out here, a little one. I mean, you know, when you can get up close to the water like that in the park. I mean, this is nice compared to the other Great Lakes because you get like a killer view, and you can drive right up to it. You know, it can be 2 degrees out. You can enjoy watching the lake. Where you get on the Michigan side, and even Superior's weird on that. And even Lake Huron in most places. You get up around Sault Ste. Marie on the Lake Huron side, it's like there's not that, you know, Clydes, that's true. You can see that. St. Mary's River, that's one spot, but there aren't lots of them like you would think. I see this guy up here is building a new little house here. Tore down the old one, it looks like. Right there on the left. See that new house he's building? Well, the old one's there, I guess. I don't know what that is. It's elevated. Good idea. I give that guy credit, man. He really hung in there trying to keep that place from getting washed away. I'm not really sure what happens when your lot gets washed away. I think you're screwed. You know, it's Army Corps engineers, and God knows what kind of bullshit you have to come up with to dig a hole in the Great Lakes or something like that. No, but I was right down around Nyanquing, and the reason I didn't is because I know the birds are gone, and the water's super low. Honestly, I didn't want to see it like that. You know, it was low right there near that elevated bird observatory deck. It was already low, and like now, based on like when I was down just south of there, it's like, shit, I don't want to see that, man. I guarantee there's no water there. It's dry. It just sucks. It's depressing. So no birds, no water. I'd rather have better memories of it than that. There was no reason to go. Oh yeah, I just saw seagulls flying out here. Seagulls out here still. These damn things are looking around at each other and say, hey, we're not migrating anywhere. It's 34 degrees. Water's open, stuff to eat. Why would you? It's crazy, isn't it? This is where I took my kayak down here, and I paddled over to the park. About killed me. It took forever. I don't really care for the pizza and barbecue there. Maybe someday I mean, I probably won't though. I still play around with the idea of getting a condo over here for winter, but I'll tell you exactly what would happen. I'd come up here, I'd get a condo, I'd stay here like what? Like a month out of the year. And I'd be over here bored out of my fucking mind. I mean, I like it for a while, but I can't take like weeks of like isolation. I like it like maybe a week, few days is great. You know, these guys are out fishing for something. I think steelhead. Right here, these guys. This is where I launched my kayak. Yeah, out here fishing for, they're out there fishing for steelhead, I bet you. Yeah, it's 33 degrees here. No? Look at that guy out there, and here it is January. A guy's out there in a speedboat. Look at this. Look at the guy out in the speedboat. See him? It's crazy. Well, maybe it's not a speedboat, fishing boat. I want to ask these guys if they caught anything. It's a cute little park here, look. Little like animals and stuff. I'm curious what they would catch out there. Crazy out there, isn't it? They're supposed to be ice fishing. Here they out in a big ass fishing boat. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Mark. I'm gonna ask him. Freeze your damn ass off out there. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Well, I know people that have talked to her since then, maybe a year ago. I want to ask these guys what they caught, what's going on, how far they go out, this kind of stuff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Hey, did you catch anything?
Just 5.
What'd you catch? Walleye. Now, how far did you guys go out?
Down the Whitestone.
Was it rough out there?
Not when we started, but it's laying down now.
It is. Now, do you come in just because it's getting dark and you don't want to be out there?
No, I gotta go to work. Otherwise, we probably would have stayed till dark.
Would you really?
Yep.
Now, does the fishing change much when it gets dark?
Depends. Sometimes they don't bite till after dark. You know.
Really?
Yep.
Now, could you catch walleye all year round?
Oh yeah, we do.
You do?
Yep.
You eat them?
Yep.
What size you get today?
They're all probably right around like 20 to 23 inches.
And how much would that weigh about?
2 to 3.5, 4 pounds.
Oh, good for you. Congratulations. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
It's crazy, man. You should be ice fishing.
I know.
Isn't this something? Now, do you like this?
Oh yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. You hear that? 23 inches, 2 to 3 pounds. They caught 5 of them. Yeah, let's kick it. You know what I'm saying? Should be ice fishing. And you fall out of that boat out there, you're fucked. Look, there's a bunch of ducks right there. Geese. See them? Sleeping. Turbo diesel. I might get something different on my pizza tonight. What a wild life I live, huh? Yeah, I got drunk. Oh yeah, I sure did get drunk. I think I knocked a hole in my wall that night. Knocked a hole in my living room. I don't know where else it came from. You know, I'll tell you, I used to be anal about everything, organized and stuff. But I'll tell you, maybe 3 years after I lived there, this is weird. I can't figure it out. I didn't really care about that place at all. It was always a mess, man. Everything was unorganized. I don't know how to explain it to you. Yeah, it's weird. I think I hit it with my knee, but I'm not sure. I probably haven't had that much to drink 5 times in my whole life. But I don't know how else it would have happened. And what a coincidence. I did fall when I got home in my living room. So it makes sense that's, I don't know how else it would have happened. You know? Just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? With the building and the beach and the wall? Yeah, yep. That's downtown. I can show you that. Yeah, it's still there. Those bees are still in the wall. They've been there for like over 100 years. Yeah, drink a good wine. I did it last night too. We were supposed to go to Traverse City, and then, you know, the paperwork for doctors nowadays is like, every doctor I know, I'm friends with 3, they all have to take one of their days off now to catch up on their paperwork. No shit. They have to take a day off to catch up on their paperwork. And I think he had to work doing that today longer than he thought, so he didn't go. This is the same light for the $1 million view right here. 9 o'clock, I have some dragon's milk. It's going to be the old days. Hoping I could catch a helicopter while I was here. I've only seen a helicopter over here twice all these years. And of course I videotaped it. Video recorded. I still use tape. Dating myself. They don't have a windsock out there either, which I think makes that an illegal landing platform. Must have got blown over in a storm or something. I don't think it's legal to land there. But I'm not sure. It may be because it is a medevac, and you know they land all over the place without windsocks. But I thought I thought that it was a requirement. I mean, I know I keep talking about this warming temperatures, but man, this is just nuts. There was an article in the online Lake Erie, which is down south of Detroit, southeast. And there's no ice anywhere. Yeah, no shit. But they're worrying about the impact it's going to have. None. I mean, back in the day, there'd have been at least 5 people drowned on Lake Erie by now from falling through the ice. When I was growing up as a kid, there was a lieutenant in the police department. His son and daughter-in-law were on a snowmobile down around Monroe, Lake Erie. And they surmise this happens. You get, you know, those Fermi towers. They heat the water. They discharge warm water. And they were somewhere around there. Anyway, long story short, they were out snowmobiling and on the ice, and they never saw them again. Took off and never came back. Never found the snowmobile, their bodies, nothing. That was like a major deal in my town. People talking about it. There's another interesting case, 2 attorneys. Look it up on Google. It's a very interesting story. I'm surprised they haven't made a movie about it. It was a judge's daughter and son-in-law, Stempien, Stepien, Stempien, missing boaters on Lake Huron. They were down around here actually, and we're going up to Mackinac, and they ended up never found. Well, I think they found one body. They found his, and they didn't find hers, but they found the boat running and idle. And just all sorts of weird shit, like knobs busted off the dash, like there was a struggle. Weird. Look it up. Stempien. It's an interesting story. The largest is Lake Michigan, I think it is. Or Lake Superior. I think Lake Michigan, though. Not sure. Size matters, I'll tell you that. See, now here you can start to see is the minute you get it'll go 1 degree cooler. And you'll see the snow on the ground and stuff. So it's gotten cold enough in the nights for a while. There's a light cover of snow on the ground. But as I get a little further, you should see it on the trees again, although it may be too dark. This party of Dragon's Milk. Bottoms up. Women are going to get better looking. Bottoms up. Jeff, if you were around, I'd pour you a Dragon's Milk. Truth serum. Lower your inhibitions. Oh, it is the largest? Okay. All right. I know it's got the most water in it, but are you talking about surface area? Oh, yeah. Size matters. Bragging rights. You just got to head westbound, man. Breaker 19, breaker 19, breaker 19, you know what I'm saying? Giant vibrator. I'm gonna go attack another pizza. Oh, Alexa, okay. That old farmhouse is abandoned. The old cows never came home. This is picturesque and nice. But I'll tell you, go fucking crazy living here. It's an hour and a half to the nearest bookstore. You just go absolutely nuts. You're not running up to the gas station for anything. Country life. Country life. John Denver. You know, John Denver wasn't legal when he got killed. His license had been revoked for drunk driving tickets. But when you're going to die, who gives a fuck? It's not like they were going to take away. You have to be alive to get your license taken away. And it was already taken away, so he picked a good time to fly. I mean, what's the penalty when that's already happened? Hey Mary, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm a little sad because this is it for me. That's life. Doors open and closing. And even if like say something happened in Georgia, I don't know what. You know, I figure I got about another 15 years, maybe. God damn, I can't imagine that. I mean, and really, I'm in like one of the worst places you could be to get old. Our hospital doesn't even have our county doesn't even have a hospital. When you fly, no. The way pilot's license work is you always have it, unless it's revoked. And even then, it's basically suspended, not revoked. Well, that's not true. You can't get it revoked, because that lady that flew under that bridge in Cincinnati, she got a total revocation. You got to start over. So what happens is you get your license, and then you stay current. And staying current in the case of a guy like me is a third-class medical, where you would every 2 years, go to the doctor. Now, I haven't had one in quite a while, and I guess there's extra things that you need now at this age. They don't want you stroking the fuck out. I think you need an EKG or some shit. Other things, so I don't really know. But you get your thing. Then you have to go with you got to get a biennial. Every 2 years, you got to go up with an instructor. And basically, that just makes sure, recreational pilots don't fly too much. So you're always on the cusp of being incompetent and shaky, really. I mean, like I tell people all the time, I could get in an airplane right now and fly that son of a bitch to wherever you want it. if everything worked right, there were no emergencies. But if there was a problem, a glitch, I'm so out of date with like stuff, airspace, and new things to do, that's where you would notice this guy shouldn't be in the air. He had an emergency and he didn't handle anything properly, and they find me spread over a cornfield because I just, was out of the loop and, flying. You really don't know where you're at until you get challenged. Just going to A to B on a bright sunny day, it's like you could be so incompetent, it's unbelievable. No, he took forever to get his license. I know a guy that gave him instruction actually. He took forever to get his license. Wasn't a very smart guy. I had that same airplane. I had the Cherokee 6. He had the Saratoga, which meant same everything except the gear came up on his retractable gear. A little faster, not much. But he didn't even know how to work the autopilot. I mean, if he'd have known how to work the autopilot, he could have coupled the autopilot and shot an approach. Being, white knuckle the whole way, but he'd still be alive. Yeah, he fucked up big time. Yeah, I did hear about it, Boy, there's these airlines stuck with these A380s. I can't figure that out for the life of me. I knew enough about aviation that the days of the 4-engine jet were over. In the old days, you used to have 3 engines. You had to have 3 engines to cross the Atlantic or the Pacific. Well, now engines are so reliable, and you've got all this computer programming and blah, blah, blah. They only need 2. So they make them bigger, but they're still much more fuel efficient, and they can fly on one just fine. So a big 4-engine gas guzzling jet is kind of like the thing of the past. Which is why they've come up with, other new airplanes. Hey, Richard. See, now you'll see snow on the trees here, although it's kind of dark. And it's 31 degrees. So it all makes sense. Here's a guy with his brights on. See the snow on the trees? You see it? Pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I might start the chat a little earlier tonight. I'm doing a YouTube thing, not a stream here. Because I'm on my phone. I don't have internet, of course that's been disconnected forever. Hey Sean, how are you doing? think it's. How you doing tonight, Sharon? Yeah, I really like snow, actually. I mean, it's really kind of disappointing. There isn't more of it. I mean, it's just better than nothing. You know, my dad used to say that. You know, my parents were like ignorant. And people asked him how my mother was. You know what he'd say? Better than nothing. It's not funny. I mean, my parents were both real white trash. It's amazing I didn't end up in prison or something. No, actually, I searched around the internet. No. Somebody got a hold of me and told me about his last name, which I'd forgot. No, I didn't find any obituaries. That would be 3 weeks. Yesterday. 3 weeks later. I'm hoping he's still amongst the living. But like Frederick said, even if things worked out as best they could, he was still fucked. It was still like major surgery, and he didn't think he'd be able to work, and blah, blah, blah. There's no way to go out. Yeah. I mean, I told him I'd help him out if I could. That's the way it goes. I mean, my mother-in-law was like that. I think she was 91 or something when she died. And for like the last 2 years, I hadn't talked to her way before that, but talking to my wife, she wanted to die. She just thought living was one big, super huge pain in the fucking ass. I mean, she would tell them twice a day, do not resuscitate me. We were talking the other night on a chat about, they said that you can donate your body to some place in Texas, and they do experiments on how you react, your body, dead bodies react to heat. I don't know about that one. I'd rather have the vultures eat me. Vultures would eat me, and then the next morning there'd be 10 dead vultures. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Breaker 19. I mean, I made this drive a million times too. I used to go over to Taos all the time. It's great. You know, and the things is, back in like, let's say 1980, you'd come up here, all these towns had live entertainment, packed bars, order hamburgers and stuff, wait in line to get in sometimes. It was that busy. Now there's no live entertainment. Most places closed. I don't know of a bar open till 2 in the morning. You know, it seems like even before COVID it was bad. But COVID basically put the cap on late night drinking. And then you got, you know, drinking laws. It's just crazy how much the world has changed. But just thank God there's a bunch of deer out there eating in the field. But thank God how much you know, the internet, man. You go fucking crazy out here. At least you got the internet. You can go out and watch YouTube and like do a chat or something. took some pictures. I did take some infrared photos. I carry my cameras around with me all the time. Just partying on, you know what I'm saying? So I will have a pizza tonight, and I will do my chat. I gotta try and get up early tomorrow. I didn't think I'd have to be home by Wednesday morning, but I do. So that means I gotta quit fucking around. I'm so lazy, it's unbelievable. I gotta dismantle my bed too. Put that in there. Take my bed with me. My mattress. I got a couple covers for it. Jim Croce photograph. That was a good time. Believe me, I had to quit buying books. Life threw me another ringer. These people with their brights on, man. Fuckers. Turn that off. It's not that dark. Moving sucks. Like if I worked for a movie company, they get sued and everybody, I'd be fired like the first trip I did. It's like that. Yeah, we got the boxes to California and like everything was broken. You didn't have any bubble wrap. Shit was just thrown in there. You're just terrible at what you do. It's like, yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. I lack the necessary enthusiasm to give a fuck about used junk and its trip across the country. Just protect what? And this shit ought to be in a landfill. Those were heirlooms. So they should have taken themselves in. If I had a moving company, I'd specialize in one thing, and that is transporting things that you couldn't damage. You know, like ball bearings, railroad ties. I'm gonna be fucking around, hand wrapping all these figurines, this bullshit, stupid ass, worthless photos, paintings, drawings. Who gives a fuck? Now I've promised myself that all my decorations are going to be between my ears and my mind. I'm not collecting anything. I'm not picking up a bunch of shit so I can dust. I'm going to be dusting a lot more too. You know why? Because it's not a big deal. I just look down there, it's like, hey, there's some dust. I think I'll dust. I don't need to spend 14 fucking hours picking up shit, putting it down again. It's so stupid, man. I got polished concrete. I'll get a fucking pressure washer. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll get a pressure washer. This fucking thing is holding messages. I don't wonder why it says holding this message. What the fuck are they talking about? There's a guy out parked out in the field. What's he doing? And they are really fucking people for diesel out here. You can get it way cheaper in West Branch. For some reason, diesel's cheaper. $3.52 a gallon, that's good. I only got it one cheaper place, and that's that damn Buc-ee's. Hey, speaking of Buc-ee's, Stephanie should have got her beef jerky by now. I hope she did. Should have mailed it Tuesday. Now it is Seattle, that's true. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Priority mail. Fuck yeah, man. Party time, man. Yeah, tits up, lights out. Game over. You know, it's interesting, the people that watch this bullshit, that, you know, you always wonder, like, you'll be on a chat or you'll see these views. It's like, who are these people? Why don't they ever say anything? And sure enough, today when I was out at the park, you know, a guy was talking about Jesse. He asked about Jesse. This guy never says anything. It's crazy. Yeah, I might get a little something different in my pizza tonight. I like anchovies on it. Yeah, Florida. Yeah, I like it a little bit, you know. I like the clear water. And I've went down, up and down 75 so many times. It's crazy. Here's a guy's going to take the plunge, pass. People seem reluctant to pass around here. Now there is added risk, and that is that you know, somebody can pull out from a side street. There's a farm, totally dark. Looks like there's nobody living at that farm. All the buildings are abandoned. Yeah, house is vacant. It's kind of sad. I'll tell you, I don't ever see anybody building new farmhouses, new houses on a farm. They're probably barely hanging in there. Kids don't want to do it. I don't blame them. Work like a fucking dog for nothing. There's no, I'd have killed myself if I'd have been born into a dairy farm. Get up and milk those fucking things in a cold winter morning. Fuck that. And then you got to do it more than once a day. Fuck that. I mean, if I was getting rich, I might do it, but I'm not doing it for that. Just get out there, freeze your ass off. Fuck. One catastrophe after another. Cow is like, you know, getting stuff wrong with her. Fucking bullshit. People fucking you around on the price of milk. I know there's no money in it. You know why? Because there's no Jews doing it. The last time you saw a Jewish farmer? Fucking never. The fucking Jew got to look at that balance statement and said, fuck this. I can sit in a goddamn jewelry shop or a junkyard. Just fucking write shit with a pen and paper, make 10 times as much. Not fucking around getting up that early. No way. No manual labor. Fuck it. Eyes without a face. Fuck yeah. Another abandoned farmhouse. Like I say about a lot of things, you never know when that last day is coming. Same with me. Well, this time I do have the luxury of knowing the last day in West Branch. You don't get that very often. You know, you just all of a sudden one day you're not there. Like my sister, she died back in June. She used to like eating at this chicken place about 15 miles down the road. And there was a day where she would have eaten her last chicken dinner. But if you'd have walked up to her and said, hey, look, this is your last chicken dinner, well, you're going to be dead. Not right away. You're going to suffer health problems. You're going to lose your ability to drive. Your son is going to put you in an assisted living care facility. You're going to get dementia and you're going to die. This is your last chicken dinner. She would argue with you. It's like, no, it's not. I'm not going to lose my ability to drive either. And I'm not going to be dead. I'll be eating chicken dinners longer than you will. She'd get mad about it and want to fight. But that's exactly what happened. Went from her house. And then just things started happening. Before you know it, you're looking at, you're not taking care of yourself. You're forgetting shit. get a little, especially you got a motherfucker like my nephew. That'd be like having a fox guarding the hen house. He'd be the last motherfucker that you'd want over where the decision was going to be made when you'd live your final days. That's exactly what happened. Into the old folks' home. She had a dog. She was not a good pet owner, I didn't think. What would happen to that dog? She shouldn't have got it to begin with. You know, that's a point people get at in their life. Like, what happens? You know, you're going to outlive your dog. Your dog's going to outlive you, man. I just can't imagine Daisy, like, going to a new family after, like, you know, with me and Marty. But that's my own mental block, too. Because if you'd have told me I'd be leaving somebody with Daisy and they'd be sleeping with them and shit, I wouldn't have believed it. But it's happened. So, fuck, man, maybe that's just, you know, in period. And Daisy goes someplace else. But old dogs, you know, she's feisty, you know, aggressive. Farm animals. I don't think there's any money in that shit. And if you ever go into, sometimes, you know, I'm always striking up conversations with people. If you ever go, I go into, you know, Tractor Supply and buy stuff. And I talk to people, and it's expensive owning stuff now. Everything. Chickens, cows, horses. I mean, it's a store right there where the new couple's wife works. That's buying a condo. Went over to visit with my neighbor. He's got this weird neurological, I guess weird's not the right word to use, neurological issue where he's slowly losing his ability to walk. It's called like paraplegia something. And he's getting a pump put in so he can go on an Alaska cruise. Baclar pump. Really great guy, and all my neighbors are just great. I love all. Couldn't have been happier. I never like not got along with any of them the whole time I lived there. A lot of changes, people coming and going. Yeah, I wish the best of luck to them. Look at that pretty sky. If you were here, it's much darker. It doesn't look like that at all. Blues and greens. Yeah, you know, this shows you how crazy you think. Like, you know, I got that tacky looking globe out in the front, you know. I mean, nobody puts those out in their yard anymore. You know? But I've been thinking about putting one with a switch that I could turn on and off once in a while if I do Georgia chants. It's just not the same though. You know, I'll tell you, those chants, you know, nothing, you don't really know what you missed until it's gone. Whoever thought you just, those winter chats, snowing outside, who'd ever thought like we'd miss them? Looking at that stupid globe. Symbolism. It meant something. You connected the globe and the snowstorms with a fun time. Interacting with people. It was new. It wasn't boring TV. Shit, back then you stay up all night long. I never really like stayed up all night long to chat, but you know, some people weren't set up right to like have a camera. You know, it's super easy now. But back then, like, it was a little extra bullshit. They didn't want you seen in their home or something like that. That guy's about ready to pull out on the highway with no lights. So here we end up having it, where we're going back for one last chat. And we will party. We will party like there's no tomorrow. If there was a way to bring back some of these pricks that I've blocked over the years, troublemakers that kept their mouth shut and act decent, I really try not to block and ban people if I can help it. And it's just like a nightmare to unblock people. You used to be able to go in and unblock everybody. But that does disrupt. I've got so many people blocked, it's unbelievable. There was a time where I had about like 8,700 people blocked. Trolls and stuff. They're saying weird shit. Like there's a guy that comes on here that is generally okay, but he made like a questionable comment about Anthony that you just wouldn't, if you were playing with a full deck, you wouldn't say that even if you thought it. And I almost blocked him, and I thought maybe this guy's just fucking ignorant. And I deleted the comment instead, thinking that, maybe this guy doesn't know. Just never know. Here come that rainy day feeling again. Oh yeah, party. COVID. COVID now, they're finding out now that that's, 1,000 times more contagious than they thought. It used to just be sneezing and coughing. Now it's just common talking. Common talking. Bye, Richard. Try and make it tonight at 9 o'clock if you can. Hey, how you doing? You having a good night today? Good to see you. I hope there's a place to sit in this place tonight. There's not too many seats. We got the only place left last night. One last pizza. I think they're closed on Sunday. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Yeah. Party time. It's dark out here. See, now if you had to go all the way back to Georgia all night long driving on like this, it'd wear your ass out. Dark, can't see shit, animals running across the road. People weaving over to your lane because they're doing something else. You're on a big ass, well lit expressway. Who gives a shit? I'm not going through Cincinnati. That's enough reason here to put a smile on my face. You just gotta kick it, you know what I'm saying? That building that's all lit up to the left, that's a new state police building. I don't know who picked the lights up. It's just kind of strange looking. It's like an ice cream shop or something. Only new businesses besides a new grocery store, department store. There's 3 new marijuana things. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will. I think I'll get my pizza, come back. I think I'll start that live a little early. That'll give me a chance to tank a couple more Dragon's Milk, lose my inhibitions. That's what I'll do. I'll lose my inhibitions. Start talking crazy. Start sobbing hysterically. And I'm leaving West Branch and just start crying like a baby. Oh, I got that already. Oh, don't you worry on the Dragon's Milk. I did my due diligence. Better believe I did. I did it. I did it, and I did it proudly. I looked in that cooler and I thought, I'm buying you. I knew right then it was going to make my nervousness on chat diminish. I'd go from how was your day today to what size bra you wearing. Just lose all regard for civility. All because of the beer I chose. Oh, there's a guy pulling into one right there. I'll go down here and turn around. Oh, it's good pizza. Yeah, it really is. No, it's excellent pizza. I like it. You know what it has? Good crust. Crazy as it sounds. It's a wider street to turn around down here. Good crust. I wonder with these new Christmas lights if they're like not that expensive to keep lit. Yeah, that's what I thought, cheaper. Just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? No, he didn't get dessert. No, he didn't. Yeah, he came over. He would come over once in a while, yeah. Yep. Not much, though. Well, I'm going to go in and order this pizza, guys, so we'll, let's see, what time is it now? 6 o'clock. This will probably take me till 7. I'll probably come on around 7:30 or so. I gotta find a little extension cord, which shouldn't be a problem. So I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half. Party on. Thanks for riding along. See you, Pug, Tribbles, Callie, LA. You rock on. Don't want to miss anybody. Richard, I think he took off. Okay, Sharon, try to make it later if you can. I'm going to sob hysterically while I clutch a empty Dragon's Milk. Gonna have a total breakdown leaving West Branch. Party